Yo, what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your daily tarot and astrology reading for Tuesday, August 27th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful start to your week. I know I am super late getting this out, but I still wanted to make sure I made this video. I don't really have a great excuse. Honestly, I just wasn't in the best energy to do this video last night. Super tired, energy was just off. And I want to make sure that when I deliver this message that I'm in the best possible place I can be, you know? So, anyways, let's go ahead and hop into it, see what the cards have to say, see what's going on in the stars above, so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these crazy times. Well, we have the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Bows in reverse. Well, this can definitely speak to a level of anxiety. I call this the night terror card because it's like you woke up from a night terror. Usually it shows someone who is in the bed and they woke up and they are feeling trapped. In this one, it's showing an individual who is sitting in a city that is dilapidated and there is rubble and it has been destroyed, but there is someone always reaching out to lend a hand. But he can't see that because his face is in his knees. This is in reverse. So this is speaking to you have a lot more strength than you realize to move through these energies, to move through whatever you feel like it is that is paralyzing you. This is about accepting the help from other people and not feeling like you have to do it all on your own. At least that's the way that this card kind of brings across. Normally it shows like an owl or something in like the window of this card, and that owl can be representative of someone who's looking out for you or a guide. This one actually shows like a shaman like in the sky, if you will. So that could be a version of your higher self. So this could be, like I said, this is a day where we need to be able to overcome these fears, these false evidence appearing real, and realize that we do have the strength to move forward. Now, we actually do have the strength. We have the Six of Wands, or the Six of Bones, upright. So this does speak to victory and valor and courage. The way that we seek that, of course, is by realizing that this journey is a solitary journey. And yes, there's no one around this person to cheer them on and help them out. And yeah, it is nice to definitely have that affirmation from other people. It's nice to feel that encouragement from other people. And you probably will. But there are going to be many times in life, especially when you're on this journey, especially when you're in the trenches doing the hard work in the lab, if you will, there's no one really watching. You think Kobe had a bunch of people watching when he was taking thousands of free throws in the gym? He might have had a few, but nowhere near the amount that he would have in like the arena when he's actually playing the game. And I think that's really what it comes down to. Maybe this Nine of Swords in reverse is saying, he's like, no, don't be afraid to continue the path just because you don't have like an audience or people to cheer you on. The Six of Wands coming in and saying that you will achieve victory, but you have to realize that, you know, you have to find the strength and the courage and the bravery to continue on this path. That's really what it comes down to. So don't give up today. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel today. You know, astrologically is an interesting day. We do have Venus here at 27 degrees of Virgo, making a nice trine over to Uranus at 27 degrees of Taurus. So we do have that energy going on. And this is interesting because these planets are both in their fall position. So neither planet feels very, very comfortable. Venus in Virgo is, you know, how can we open up and receive the reality of what's going on? Virgo is very much so about the actual reality of things, the day-to-day reality, the service that we provide to other people, the facts, the details, right? And Venus is trying to open up to that, especially when it comes to our relationships. Uranus and Taurus, not very easy energy as well, because you're talking about the sky god being grounded on Earth. So that's the thing about this. It can definitely bring up some random things coming up out of nowhere. It deals with quantum energy, it deals with electricity, and it does deal with groups of people. So this trine can definitely bring up some healing energy where we may actually be able to connect to people that maybe we don't necessarily see always eye to them or the values, but I think it's about the reality of how can we open up and receive other people that may be a little bit different from us, that may be a little bit outside the box. That's the Venus aspect. This is everything to do with relationships too. And Uranus is the internet, it could be social media. So today can be one of those days, especially with some of the interesting disclosures that we are getting revolving social media. And we have the CEO of Telegram that got arrested. We had the CEO of Rumble that fled Europe. We have Mark Zuckerberg talking about how the Biden administration pretty much was coercing him and his team into censorship. We'll see if this video gets taken down. I'm a small channel, so maybe they won't take me down. But we're getting all these different disclosures when it comes to that sort of thing as well. So it's no surprise that this is happening on a day where Venus is trining Uranus. It's no surprise a lot of this is happening over the weekend, because a lot of times the weekend is where the news goes to die, but that's where a lot of this stuff's been happening. That's where a lot of the intense energy has been happening too. Full moons, new moons, major conjunctions, all been happening on the weekend where people aren't paying attention. We also have this moon, which is in conjunction to Jupiter and Mars today, as well as making the square over to Saturn, albeit that was a little bit earlier in the day. So now emotionally we're going to be a little bit more riled up, especially with Jupiter here. So that's going to bring in our beliefs and our vision. And then Mars, of course, is going to fire things up, make things a little bit more impulsive emotionally. And it's going to also be, you're talking about the emotions, the impulsivity of Mars and Gemini, which is the mind and communication. And all of these energies are dispositing a Mercury retrograde in Leo at 21 degrees. Talk about being triggered from left and right, emotions triggering thoughts, thoughts triggering emotions, emotions triggering actions. This is a time, especially with the Sun in Virgo, to remember, okay, let's take things back to the drawing board a little bit. Let's take things back to the finer details. Let's try not to get super wrapped up in a lot of the drama, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be very dramatic, I would say, with an energy like this. We are building up to this new moon, of course, in Virgo, which is going to be a pretty intense one. I don't even know what degree it's going to be at. I want to say it's going to be around this 11th degree. Let me just check. Yeah, it's going to be, I knew it was going to be at 11 degrees. Of course it's going to be at 11 degrees. And what's at 11 degrees right now? Black Moon Lilith. So maybe this day is just a precursor looking ahead of time until that moment. The Black Moon Lilith could be a lot of those fears, the fear in trying to turn away from the day-to-day reality. The fact of the matter is that he has his head in his knees because he doesn't want to look at the destruction around him. But the shaman in the sky is offering his hand as like, even though there's destruction around you, that doesn't mean that you cannot find purpose and that you can't find your way out of this. Maybe this day is a vision or looking into the future where we can tell that the reality is about to shift in a major way and people are wanting to stick their head in the sand. Do not stick your head in the sand. It's definitely uncomfortable. It's definitely awkward. It's definitely going to be something that is going to shatter our reality and have us really question things, but it's nothing that we cannot get through. And I think the key to all this is the Venus trine Uranus, because it just brings to the fact that when it comes to relationships and how we're dealing with larger groups of people, masses, and even our personal relationships, is that no one is in the most comfortable position right now anyways. But there is strength in numbers, and there is strength in grounding ourselves in the reality that we are all on this planet together, or in this sphere, or in this experience together, right? We all want love. We all want purpose. Even if you take it to the basics things, we all need food, we all need water, we all need shelter, we all need companionship. Those are the things that unite us. We get caught up on a lot of the other details and a lot of the other labels. But this is about realizing that all of that is just auxiliary to what is truly important. And what's truly important is making sure that we guard with our lives the human spirit, and we do not allow the human spirit to be taken over, because we can feel it, that this human spirit has been taken over slowly and surely. And they're trying, I was going to say, they are trying to knock down that final barrier to where it can be fully taken over. Don't let them do that. Do not let them do that. Okay? So, that's what I'm saying. Like, emotionally, you may feel a little bit charged today. You may feel a little bit riled up, tugging on your heartstrings. But just remember that, yes, things may seem bleak in a lot of different areas, but it doesn't have to be. And we can overcome these challenges, and we can rise from the ashes and be victorious. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. I have the Hermit card in reverse. This is not the time to be hermiting it up. This is the time to connect with other people. This is not the time to just stay by yourself. This is the time to connect to other people. And yeah, maybe there are some worries. Maybe we're afraid to connect to the people, and I think that's the main thing. They want everyone to be a hermit and live in like a 2x2 shoebox and just be connected to a fucking, metaverse or virtual reality, and we don't actually experience human to human connection and human to human interaction. That's what they want to do. But we're not going to let them do that. So, take bite-sized steps. It's interesting. I don't think I've ever drawn this card in this deck, but it shows us it's a baby penguin. You could tell because it's a different color. It still has its regular like down fluff. It's baby fur, but it's about taking small steps. And he's going to join the crew. He's going to join up, and maybe that's the awkward part of it. Maybe we feel like we're being left behind. But here's the thing: if you take baby steps, take bite-sized steps, and realize that, we're all growing in our own ways. We're all evolving in our own ways. And you may look at other groups of people and feel like you're being left behind. Still stick with the crowd. As far as that particular crowd, anyways. When I say crowd, I mean like lightworker crowd. The truth seeker crowd. The crowd that's going to not succumb to the darkness, right? Or is not going to allow the darkness to completely take over here, right? So that's really what it comes down to. Take small steps every single day towards whatever it is that you want to do. That's what the whole Virgo energy is about, especially here in these first 10 degrees. It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's not about changing everything up right now. It's about taking those small steps to make it to your destination. And you don't have to feel like you are divorced from other people, or divorced from reality, or divorced from, a crowd, if you will, because we all do need companionship here too, right? I think that's one of the things that people are missing the most, is the human-to-human interaction, because that is something that is heavily under attack right now. That's going to do it for your daily tarot and astrology reading. I trust that this message will assist you on your journey today, this Tuesday, August 27th. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see you all on the next daily tarot reading and astrology, of course. Peace.